You know, we use it every single day. We're saving our photos, our documents, pretty much our entire digital lives to it. But let's be honest, most of us have no real idea how it actually works. So in this explainer, we're going to pull back the curtain and uncover the physical reality behind that friendly name, cloud storage.
All right, think about this. You snap a great photo, you tap Save to Cloud, and poof, it's gone. It's saved somewhere, but where did it actually go? Is it just floating around up there in the sky? That is the exact question we're going to answer today. So let's dive in.
Okay, so to really get to the bottom of this, we first need to do a little myth busting. We've got to separate what we think the cloud is from the hard, physical reality of what it is. So let's start by going beyond the fluffy cloud.
Yeah, the name cloud makes you think of something, I don't know, ethereal and weightless, right? Maybe even a little magical, just floating around up there. But the reality is, well, it's the complete opposite. Cloud storage is intensely physical. We're talking about a massive global infrastructure of concrete, steel, and fiber optics, all meticulously engineered and planted firmly right here on the ground.
You know, there's a saying in the tech world that just hits the nail on the head. The cloud is not a cloud, it's just someone else's computer. And honestly, that's almost an understatement. It's not just one computer, it's literally millions of them, all working together in these giant buildings.
So, if the cloud is a very real physical place down here on Earth, how in the world does your photo get there in like a split second? Well, it goes on an incredible high-speed journey across the globe. Let's actually follow a tiny piece of your data and see how it all works.
The moment you hit save, a few things happen almost instantly. First, your file gets chopped up into tiny, manageable pieces called packets. Then, each one of those little packets gets encrypted. Think of it like each one is locked in its own little digital safe to keep it secure. And then they're off to the races, zipping through a physical network of cables. Once they all arrive at the destination, they're perfectly put back together into your original file.
And I really want you to grasp the sheer scale of this journey. This isn't some kind of Wi-Fi magic happening through the air. Your data is physically traveling at nearly the speed of light through thousands of miles of glass cables that are laid on the bottom of the ocean. It's wild to think about. The internet isn't really wireless. It's a very tangible, wired system that connects the entire planet.
So after that incredible high-speed race, where do all those little packets end up? They arrive at the physical heart of the cloud. And it's a place that looks way more like a high-tech fortress than a fluffy white cloud. So, welcome to the data center.
Just to give you a sense of the scale here, a single large data center can consume 200 megawatts of power. Now, what does that even mean? Well, that is enough electricity to power a city of around 150,000 homes. And it's running 24/7 just to keep our digital lives online.
Inside one of these places, it's basically a city built for data. You've got these endless aisles of servers. Those are the powerful computers doing all the storing and processing. Then you've got these colossal cooling systems to keep everything from overheating. To make sure the lights never ever go out, they have their own power grid with huge backup generators and batteries, and the entire place is locked down with intense security. We're talking biometrics, guards, digital firewalls, the whole shebang.
So you might be wondering, okay, but what happens if a server breaks or there's a fire? How is my data still safe? The answer is a simple but really powerful concept called redundancy. See, the data center doesn't just store one copy of your file. It makes multiple identical copies and stores them on completely different servers, sometimes in different cities or even different countries. It's the digital version of making photocopies of your passport and storing them in different bank vaults around the world. Okay, this technology is obviously impressive, but why does it really matter to us? I mean, how does this massive, power-hungry machine actually impact our daily lives? Let's connect the dots, all the way from your photos to the global economy. So this whole system has a huge impact on two levels. For you, personally, it's why you can access your files from your phone, your laptop, whatever. It's why your data just syncs up automatically, and it's why your memories are kept safe, even if your phone decides to go for a swim. But for the world, man, this is the backbone. It powers all the apps we rely on every day. It lets scientists process massive data sets to make incredible discoveries, and it literally drives the entire modern digital economy. So, the next time you hear someone talk about the cloud, I hope you'll picture this. It's not magic, and it's definitely not in the sky. The cloud is a monumental feat of global engineering, a tangible, physical network of glass, steel, and silicon, built by humans right here on the ground.
And that leaves us with a final and pretty crucial question to think about. This physical infrastructure is becoming just as vital to our society as our roads and our power grids. So as our digital world just keeps getting bigger and bigger, who gets to own and control the very real, physical ground that it all stands on?